Hello, it's 5D, back again for Beeping Deeply. This is episode 7 of Beeping Deeply. I have here my label manager, boss man, manager, all together main man, Nat. And JC.
Yes. Big up, 5D. How you doing, bro?
Oh, I'm alright, yeah. Pretty good. Been working today on stuff that's all top secret, video business.
Yeah. There's something brewing beneath the surface.
Yeah, man, the brew is deep. So this one is called It's Good to Talk. This one's all about mental health and neurodiversity, specifically because, well, yeah, I'll let you explain that, maybe.
Okay, yeah, so both me and Nick, aka 5D, we both have diagnosis of a neurological condition. I'm autistic and Nick has schizophrenia, and basically I work in mental health and I'm studying psychology and neuroscience of the mind, and me and Nick often have quite long, lengthy discussions about mental health and psychology as a whole, and we thought it would be a good opportunity to kind of bring this into one of his podcasts.
Yeah, because you're like definitely one of the champion of like talking about this sort of stuff, which is something that, even though it sounds obvious, and it's probably easy and obvious for us to understand at this point in our lives, isn't societally wide and or easy for people who might be having a hard time, and right?
Very true. There's a lot of stigma within society in a lot of ways, and absolutely a lot of individuals will live with their condition hidden away, invisible to the world, and that's where you start to see issues, is that an invisible condition is not easily spotted by those around the individual, so therefore they may be labelled with all kinds of things, but actually beneath it all they are still this individual who's struggling with maybe processing things or dealing with their emotions or their thought processes. That's just a taste of it. It goes on and on and on.
Also, it affects everyone around them, like the whole family, all their friends, everyone, doesn't it?
Exactly. Very good point.
It's not like it's and like you've said before, and I think you're probably right in some ways, even though they're like 1 in 4 people have depression, so many people are this or that. I think in a way, if you said before, is it a thing that people say that
everybody has mental health? We all have, like we have physical health. It's just not talking about in a way that makes you feel that is the case, and you grow up with it all hidden away, and mental health services being these kind of hidden away institutions on the side of hospitals, and actually we all have mental health, and we all have our own processing and the way we deal with what surrounds us on a daily basis. I like to use the sort of example of us being Stone Age, prehistoric humans that are walking around in this modern era that we're not necessarily designed for.
Yeah.
From a processing point of view.
Yeah, that's a good point, I think. So this is another hour. We're gonna, play some music too. I'm gonna choose some, and then Nat's gonna choose some, and these tunes all have, for this hour, generally, stuff to do with mental health, I guess, or as I'll explain as I come along. So I'm gonna start off with, I don't know if anyone knows the tune. It's by Orbital. It's called Halcyon On and On. It's specifically a very chill, beautiful tune, but I believe I'm pretty sure, definitely. I think the Orbital people, I don't know if they're brothers, but at least one of them, when they wrote this, their mother was on this old psych medication called Halcyon, and it was just not good, really. And I think they did a video, if you've ever seen, it's quite... Yeah, it goes with the song, and the video it's sort of, it just is about that. So yeah, I'll play it now. Here we go, and we'll be back in a bit. So we're back. Yeah, isn't that's lovely? La, 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 la. Do you like my singing?
Is this the podcast?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was not expecting you to sing in the podcast. So.
Well, you got to say you like my singing. Or
Yeah,
you're
well,
not
yeah,
ever
yeah.
coming on the show. In fact, I'm firing you
I
right
have
now.
to say that your singing voice is something to behold. It's
Angelic.
deeply amazing and
Angelic.
yeah, touched my soul.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, so that was nice. I like that chat. It's pretty chill
dreamy
vibes. Yeah, definitely dreamy. So I was just going to quickly put a little sample in for something I found on YouTube. My favourite band's Radiohead, as far as bands go, people with guitars
traditional
and drums.
traditional bands.
They have a variety of sound they have from, I find quite sort of some optimistic, beautiful tunes to sometimes it's a little bit difficult to listen to.
Yeah.
But I mean, those ones I don't really much like listen to anymore. But I think it's relevant just to hear what Tom York has to say. In this little clip which I found on YouTube. So we'll just run that and see what you think.
Do you write almost a sort of kind of catharsis?
Desperately trying to write songs that are fantastical and make life affirming in the sort of all the right ways, but I personally think that that's what the music's supposed to do. And if you write the words correctly, you could be absorbing all this stuff, but really the whole point is the music flows over you. Music basically is like mathematics, and you're trying to form patterns that make you understand what is around you, and patterns that help you get through the next day. Like when I listen to the radio and stuff, when I hear a new piece of music that I've just got to get a hold of it, because I know it's going to help me through a particular thing until the next one. Or it's like life affirming. The whole point of music is it's life affirming.
Yeah, so I really like that clip. Mainly because I find music consumption by listening to, I suppose, and creation has got me through a lot in my life. I'm not gonna lie.
That's very powerful what he said. Can relate to that heavily, and absolutely there is a song for every occasion. And I have to say, unfortunately, in recent times I've had to lay to rest friends who've passed away, and one of the ways we've tributed these individuals is having montages of their favourite songs at the funeral, and actually it uplifted us. So one of the funerals, one of my rappers, who's also a friend of our friend who died, Voodoo Brown, he did a tribute rap at the funeral. It was amazing, and it was like this kind of almost celebration. It just sort of transcends in a very different way.
Well, yeah, music can sort of express stuff that, not just music, but art in general, can express what you can't just say in words sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, that is so true. Absolutely. Yeah. A picture can say 1,000 words.
True, yeah. Like a lot of people, especially, not entirely, but a lot of people with a lot of mental health issues are encouraged to do therapy through.
In actual fact, it's commonly known that a lot of individuals who are very creative and think outside the box do indeed have mental health problems and live with either diagnosed conditions or undiagnosed conditions, and their creativity is their way of expressing themselves, communicating with the world around them, whether that be through picture or sound, and actually having the ability to communicate through the creativity is integral to their day-to-day functioning. You take away their creativity, that's where you see the crisis moments come along in those individuals' lives.
I totally get what you're saying. Do you want to choose a bit of tunage now?
I'll tell you what we should probably do is go back in time to one of our projects where I did a remix of one of your tracks with Zookeeper.
I did a sort of grimy sort. It was a little bit. It was quite funny.
It was grime, wasn't it? Originally.
I didn't set out to make grime, but then I played it to one of my friends, and she was just like, "Nick, you've made grime."
I like your inadvertent nature to stumble across genres, Nick. It does work. It's good.
Yeah. So that original track was Fade to White Light, Deep and Beeper, and Zookeeper, but you remixed it as not as NJC, but as
Carpe Diem, which is one of my other AKAs. I do sort of remix work for a remix company called Beat One. One, based in London. And yeah, so this was released in, what was it, 2017?
I'm not actually, no, I think it might be 2016.
Oh,
I'm
even
not actually
earlier.
sure, but it's it's on the remixes of Deep and Beeper. Check it out if you like. Yeah.
Great MC, Zookeeper. And actually, me and you are currently working on new work with him, aren't we? New project.
He's wanting us to both do tracks for an EP. He wants to do. He's a bad man. Yeah. So.
As you'll now hear.
Yeah. Anyway, running the track.
Love all people, mind how you treat them. You meet them for a reason. Stop trying to beat them. When you want to give an extra perspective, receptive to light. Tell them the future's mine. It's what I decide. Old school but modified. Old school but modified. I'm the road type, nothing godlike. Puffing on a clock pipe, barking mad like a dog fight. Set the block alight, got it locked so tight. Me and my flow tight and bona fide. So boy, so boy, so boy, so boy, so boy, on the rhythm, have a chill pill. Please don't kill him. Just get on the mic and give him the good grilling. The beat not skipping, the beat just different. Ignorantly beat on the bigger than wanna come pissing. Straight out Brixton, spit a million, brilliant bars per minute. Leave a carbon foot imprinted. Drop it like a flight, dip it. Deplete your resource till it make our energy equal. You burn slow like diesel. Regenerate the pineal up to speed to G-force. What I say is meaningful. Still make you cut shapes. Bare tetrahedrals in the place. Leave you in the fetal, reeling from the bait. Trying to beat them. When you want to give an extra perspective, receptive to light. Tell them the future's mine. It's what I decide. Old school but modified. Old school but modified. I'm the wrong type, nothing godlike. Puffing on a clock pipe, barking mad like a dog fight. Set the block alight, got it locked so tight. Me and my flow tight and bona fide.
Yes, nice.
What I call suitably broken.
Banging, banging.
Nice.
So that's a cool track, yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we had to say. The EP that we are doing, both different tracks on, I think 2 tracks each.
Yeah, I got 2 so far. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dr. No One.
And
Me, Deep
and he's doing a collabo with
Oh yeah, Snagger One.
Snagger One also from Brixton.
No.
Actually, I don't know where Snagger One locates.
He locates in London.
London, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure if it's exact locale. Another great MC, and they're doing it together. So it's Dr. No One and Snagger.
So Snagger One brings the patois, the reggae twang, and DNR Dr. No One is the more MC based.
was Zookeeper. That's why I'm mentioning this.
Yeah.
We got it confused. It's not a Zookeeper EP.
Yes.
Sort of make that clear.
Dr. No One.
Yeah. So cool. That is coming, and it's going to be Batman, as usual, with output from yeah. So I'm now wanted to play. Right, basically, I watched Mr. Robot recently. Love that show. I mean, obviously it's a TV show, so it's not exact, portrayal of mental health, but the main character has multiple personality disorders. So that made me think of this awesome tune, because I listen to this tune while I'm at work sometimes, or just in the day. I love it. It's just really emotional. It's actually played at the very end of the film when he's it's all resolved and it's just becoming, it's the end. It's called Outro.
So the poignant part of the film, and the music helps to put that point across.
Yeah, well, it's by M83 and it's called Outro.
Oh,
It's
okay.
quite funny I said Outro.
Outro.
This is the thing that cracks up Nat. He thinks it's funny.
I
because-
like Nick comes with his own vocabulary and a twang sometimes. And
for decades,
what-
I thought it was
what was
outro. I told you, you're like, what the hell's that? And you're like, what? An outro? I'm like, yeah, it's outro, isn't it? And he's like, no.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
pretty
I'm
funny, though.
sure I do these things too.
Yeah, I've got. Yeah, well, I just wanted to. One thing I wanted to say about this actually on the mental health side of things was it's funny how many people mistake multiple personality disorder, which is what Mr. Robot has in this film, for schizophrenia, which is not it. It's what a lot of people miss.
Absolutely, very good point.
Each
And
other.
I'll tell you what, another condition, bipolar condition, is often misdiagnosed for things like schizophrenia, autism, ADHD. It's kind of the go-to, the GP's go-to off-the-shelf condition.
Yeah.
Once
People,
you're seen by a psychologist and they get to the real guts of what you're dealing with, you then get a much clearer picture, and that's where the actual diagnosis of the condition that you're living with will be found.
Well, to help you or get the right treatment, whether it be medicine
Indeed.
or if preferably not medicine, you need to actually know what's wrong with you in the first place.
Yeah, managing what you struggle with.
Anyway, so I'm going to play the track now. M83 Outro, with just another interesting factoid. M83, I believe is. Actually, no, I was about to say it's that, but it's bollocks. I was going to say it's the nearest galaxy to us. That isn't us, but that's Andromeda. I don't know what M80 is. Messier 83, I know that much. Beautiful bit of the universe, I imagine.
Yeah. package deal starting soon.
Well, yeah, right. No, that's pretty far away. I was like, now we're blathering. Let's just play the track, shall we?
Yeah, man. Drop the
it's really cool. Here it comes. Yeah, I like that's epic, isn't it? Do you think?
Yeah, sorry.
Epic,
I was
floaty. It's
drawn into that.
I'm not going to say floater. It's floaty.
Yeah. Not best.
It's floaty. It's floaty.
Yeah, no,
And
the
it feels
song,
a bit
you-
like Deep Space, the M83, Messier
yeah.
business, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like that one.
Fits the mood.
So, should we? Yeah. So you're going to introduce the next one? Should we just swiftly move to it? Or
Yeah, okay, so the next one is a track I did about 3 years ago called Skrilla Rhythm, and it's a kind of weird hybrid garage dubstep type track. I like to mess around with genres, and yeah, so this is
Who
quite...
does? Yeah, it's a good way to be, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And I kind of have moods where I start the track all happy and jolly, and then it just goes off. So you see what you think.
I'm excited to hear it. I don't know. Okay, here it comes. Skrilla Rhythm. Is it NJC?
Yeah, NJC versus Carpe Diem, and it's in Alpha Selection EP.
Oh, so you did that thing I once did where I played against one of my
Yeah,
own
yeah,
aliases
yeah.
in a sort of weird way.
Nick235 always laughs at me when I tell him that I'm doing these me versus me kind of thing.
I've done it too, man. Armour versus Demon Beeper.
Yeah.
One's even called the Split Personality like
Well, there you
remix
go.
or something. Yeah. Okay, here we go. It's
Skrilla Rhythm.
yes, it is. Like you said, it's got both. It's like you were like, it has the sort of
Skips along all jolly,
and then it's like,
and then it wakes you up.
yeah, slaps you around the face like
Yeah.
a wet salmon.
I mean, songs like this that I've made myself, I quite like when I do mountain bike trailing and you're going through all the trees and
Oh wow.
you know you got that as a soundtrack. It's kind of like
Yeah,
a
it
right
could work.
buzzer.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
So there you go, another example of how music can help, you know, inspire. Boxers are known to do it. A lot of athletes use music to psych themselves up, you know, before a fight or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know about athleticism.
Hmm.
Being a bit of an unfit fat bastard myself.
Oh, you're doing well. You're doing remarkably well with your diet, mate.
Well, yeah, started like 2 days ago.
Oh,
No, yeah, but no, it's not too bad.
small steps, mate. Small
Yeah,
steps.
small sets. Right, so we got a few more tracks to play. This one coming up next, Awfully Deep by Roots Maneuver. I thought I'd choose it specifically because now I don't know the ins and outs of the whole story, and but I know the man has dealt with some mental.
Yeah, he's an advocate
things.
of mental health.
Yeah, definitely.
And speaks openly about it. Yeah.
And he's also, he's just brilliant as well. Like, we're really talented and on a many levels. But this one has references mental health specifically, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah,
It's
great
Awfully
tune.
Deep. Check this out. Also, it's got just the best little synth noise in it that just gets me. Anyway, here we go. Awfully Deep.
Things are getting awfully deep, I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, awfully deep. I don't do mind games, I'm frame by frame. I'm 18 bits, I'm 48 hertz. My favorite tied to my dick it hurts. My flirt tactics are so down sublime. My long john grease the slippery slime. My prime cut, move the butt, twist your nut. From you don't know ish, then keep your mouth shut. I'm hot 1, hot 2, hot 3 and hot 4. A terrible phase of spending money with hoes. Our pastors say we shouldn't do that shit. So we sit down, reflect on all the sins we commit. How many Hail Marys cut down on the dairy? Away with the fairies, how much do my fare be? 2 travel cars, my life's so hard. I don't know my inch from my foot to my yard. Dodge my bodyguard, beg your pardon me, pa. Things are getting awfully deep, I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, awfully deep. My sanity's back on the line again. Last year I said I wouldn't rhyme again, but I'm back for punishment, time again. If I should lose my good mind again, tell my management not to waste good money, sending me away to the farms of the funny. Them places only make me worse. They full up crooked doctors and kinky nurses that poke you in the arse and make you slung. Put the tape measure down, that practice is wrong. They thought I didn't know what was going on, but I knew the crew and all the drugs were strong. Chloroform oxidize or what? Tell me, doctor, why I got purple snot? I'm feeling happy when I know I'm sad, and now they wanna certify me mad. Things are getting awfully deep, I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, awfully deep. They said, Mr. Smith, please calm down. We're not here to hurt you. You're feeling a little bit paranoid. Your brain is overheating. You're overworked, you're underpaid, and your body's taking a beating. And I said, you're not seeing things like how I'm seeing things. I'm seeing things that I don't wanna see. I seen the devil sit right before me, fire in his eyes as he spoke to me. I blinked and I pinched myself. I screamed for Jesus, but it was no use. I had to face my painful truth. Voodoo in the hills and I'm running from ghosties. Lighting up the candles as the spooks approach me. Voodoo in the hills and I'm running from ghosties. Things are getting awfully deep, I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, awfully deep. I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, awfully deep. I can't get no sleep. Things are getting awfully deep, awfully deep, awfully deep.
What fucking track?
Damn, son, that's incredible. Man, we
What
were.
accent was that?
I don't know, man. That's my head blown voice. My neck's hurting. We were
Yeah, that's
we
it.
were
It's a
really
track, yeah.
stomping to that, man.
No, I remember actually first hearing that a long time ago when I was actually in a hospital, I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was just like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, I was. And that was another time the music got me through, man. Like I said, it's a big thing.
Well,
so
as it said in the lyric there, life gets deep.
yeah, it can, awfully deep.
Yeah.
So what was? Yeah, you were saying something.
Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to give an example of how we as members of society our voice can help make a change somewhere. If you have the guts to go out there and kind of share your message with the system, and there's various different ways you can do that. So my own personal experience was a 5-year period of hell. And I kind of met the right person, if I'm honest, and he basically showed me how I could share my experiences. And one positive thing that's come out of it is that mental health services in the trust that I was, in care of, they've now not only built mental health into the hospital in a bigger, wider area, but they've now introduced it across every single ward in every single department for all age groups, so that everybody at every point of their physical treatment, they will also be screened and also looked into and cared for from a mental health perspective, which is the first of its kind in the UK. Apparently the NHS Trust is sharing that with other trusts, and hopefully that will be a new way of getting mental health to people at a much quicker and faster stage before they get to crisis, which is what we have currently.
Well, yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, but like things like funding at the moment, government-wise, not the best.
It's not the best, but I would argue that it's how it's distributed within the system and then within the NHS.
Well,
I'm not
like
going to finger point, but
yeah, no, I'm just saying. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, you know better than me. I'm
Yeah.
just. This is what I was, heard on the
But you-
grapevine.
you- but
And
you've
it's
got a
more
very-
the administration is a difficult one, isn't it? It's like It's like the NHS in general, isn't
each
it?
trust has their own operation. So,
Right,
in
okay.
other, excuse the pun, but operational, they are under their own jurisdiction within each trust, which is in each region.
Some are better than others.
They all
but that's
operate-
natural, isn't it? Going to be like that.
Absolutely, but I think this is the point: is trying to look at this a bit more collectively and come together rather than.
So I suppose just chucking more money at it not necessarily is going to
If you
help.
don't have the right changes, you won't get the right outcomes. Obviously, you have
Right.
to do things differently in order to get a different outcome. And it's fairly obvious that mental health is intrinsically linked alongside physical health. So we have it fragmented currently. We need to bring it back together, and they work in conjunction with each other.
Well, yeah, I mean, you say it's fairly obvious, and
It was to
but
me.
yeah, no, well, yeah, no, but I mean, like, a lot of people don't quite realise how powerful the mind is for healing the body, and how much a
Absolutely.
damaged body can affect your
Absolutely
psychological.
Exactly, and it's
Health.
small things like having regular sleep, the right amount of sleep. Your body goes through repair stages when it's in REM sleep, and there's various things that happen that without that you will then struggle and compound your condition. So the thing is, it's basic stuff, but we're not told that from a young age
yeah, you're right.
necessarily. We're not armed with that valid information that actually there's all these things that are linked into how we can operate our own computer systems within the
Right.
brain.
Yeah, no, totally, yeah. So, yeah, you're right. Do you want to choose the next one? It's,
Yeah, okay.
Well, because it's your choice, isn't it?
I guess,
So-
yeah, I think it is actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a new forthcoming track that me and a hip hop MC, Voodoo Brown, has worked on for his new album we've had on hold for the last 3 years.
Dirty, grimy one.
Well, this one's called Vulgar, and it is. So if you're easily offended, you don't like uncouth subjects, don't listen.
Yeah, literally. This has more parental advisory than usually is on this show, and this show usually has quite a bit of parental advisory.
However, this is a sort of comedic.
Cathartic.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So the idea is that within our British music systems, we have very filtered and controlled narratives that are allowed through on the radio, etc. So Marley Voodoo Brown wanted to kind of write a lyric that was so completely, offensive in every way. But play on words. So it's wordplay. So it's not deep.
I can think of more offensive things.
No, but I think
I wouldn't want to say them or really think about them.
Well, no, totally. But from a wordplay perspective, this was his way of addressing that subject.
Well, yeah, it's a good way to. I mean, why not? It's not. It's art. It's music. It's not like there's not violent films.
Oh, totally. And the beat underneath was something that we made together using his voice and sampling different sounds, him being sick, him doing all sorts of weird noises. So the beat underneath is sort of a 70% vocal production with a few key samples, and then he then just goes on a rampage.
it's cool.
So run the rhythm, Nick.
I'm playing that now. What's the name?
It's called Vulgar. It's by Voodoo Brown. It's coming out later this year.
Cool, man. Here's the track.
Vulgar, disgusting nastiness, breaking through the moldy crust. Bad bacteria, harmful, dangerous. Vulgar, disgusting nastiness. Vulgar, disgusting nastiness, breaking through the moldy crust. Bad bacteria, harmful, dangerous. Vulgar, disgusting nastiness. Plus some piss I spray all over the place. Too close, stain all over your face. I'm an infant disgrace, leaving human waste as thick as wallpaper paste. When I'm decorating, paint the walls and the ceiling, revealing what I'm eating.
A mess like Eton.
When I'm speaking, spitting blood like I've just been beaten up. Breath stink like I've just been throwing up. Verbal garbage, yes I'm a pale kid. My flow gross like a fat bitch naked. I get paid in dirty cash, irritating like a rash that you can't help to scratch, even if your skin's bleeding. I'm a dose of heavy eczema, spreading my blade like a leper. With my lyrics I infect ya, I burn like a fever. Puffin' my sativa, I stench like a whole bent over. I slaughter a fake rap supporter, chop them into a quarter. I'm scum like a news on the World Reporter. Vulgar, disgusting nastiness, breaking through the moldy crust. Bad bacteria, harmful, dangerous. Vulgar, disgusting nastiness. Vulgar, disgusting nastiness, breaking through the moldy crust. Bad bacteria, harmful, dangerous. Vulgar, disgusting nastiness. I'm as common as muck, lacking sophistication, no class. Some days I even forget to wipe my ass after shitting all over the toilet seat rim. My rhymes stink, I leave the sweet corn in, so you know this is freshly laid. All over tracks and titties, my witty jizz get sprayed like graffiti, grotty like a backstreet alley. Aroma pissy, clean rappers keep boasting about their Chrissy. When I walk in a room, I bring a swarm of flies with me. I'm rotten like a corpse, you can see the flesh roll off me. Everybody's dying gradually, dead men walking in some dead man's shoes. I punch the beat till it's purple and blue. Catch a bruise if you choose to cruise like Tom. Foul grammar from a filthy dawn, like the streets of London. My words resemble doctors, vomit on the curves. I'm a hip hop perv. If you catch me in the gym, I'm only in sniffing the female snickers again.
Call security.
Vulgar, disgusting nastiness, breaking through the moldy crust. Bad bacteria, harmful, dangerous. Vulgar, disgusting nastiness. Vulgar, disgusting nastiness, breaking through the moldy crust. Bad bacteria, harmful, dangerous. Vulgar, disgusting nastiness.
Does what it says on the tin. Voodoo.
Vulgar, disgusting nastiness.
Vulgar, disgusting. Yeah,
Get ready for that one.
Call security.
Yeah,
Sniffing the pants again.
This is off. It's about 9 or 10 other tracks along with that one. They're 50% of them are quite hard. Like
Fair enough, mate.
They bang. It's not just also lyricism, but also beats and bass.
Yeah, I look forward to the whole this to hearing more of that, man. More of the album.
Nice, mate. Nice one for playing it. Thank you.
No, it's all right, man. I think Voodoo's very talented. He's good, nice man as well. I met him.
He's a lovely guy. Big up Voodoo. Shouts to Voodoo.
Yeah, shout out, man. Hey, Voodoo. Right, so what was that? Yeah, so it's basically 2 more tracks to play. I'm gonna play the one that I was talking about briefly earlier, my Split Personality tune, because I just realised I hadn't played one of my tunes. I thought that'd be nice. But I
think it's a must, mate.
Yeah.
It's a must.
Well, yeah. But just before that, this tune. Yeah. Okay. So everyone knows what happened to Kurt Cobain of Nirvana. May rest in peace. It's a strange one, isn't it? The whole system just cheering him up in a way, sort of, and the depression, and addiction he had.
A good example of someone living with turmoil, and if not dealt with the crisis point, is it within them.
And just to say, just to that, a quick thing, if anyone out there is dealing with anything or at any level of difficulty in their mental health, just talk to people.
Reach out.
Yeah, because, there is getting better, even just through talking, seriously.
A different era now, and we can help each other simply by talking sometimes, and always reach out.
Yeah.
Please,
do, man.
And also,
because too many people don't, and it goes wrong. Like sometimes terminally,
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
So this was his Kurt Cobain performing on MTV Acoustic, was it? The Man Who Sold the World, that tune by David Bowie.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, I believe too, it was just fairly soon before he killed himself. And you can, I don't know if you can hear it, but if you ever see the video, it's but just a little tribute, and it's just amazing bit of music too. So here it is, The Man Who Sold the World, performed by Kurt Cobain, and here it is.
With the man who sold the world. classic David Bowie song.
So we're back. Yeah, emotional and beautiful tune. I'm now gonna play my final choice, which is my track, Synth Errors, the Split Personality cut that is on my album Acid and Bass, which it does what it says on the tin as well, doesn't it?
Indeed, it does. I really like this actually. I like this album. I really, really enjoyed, and I go to it often.
Yeah, I enjoy making it. It's I love making crazy music. I have to be honest.
Takes you on a journey. I always find that's why I like it. Yeah.
Cheers, dude. So this is the track, and if you wanna, well, I think we're gonna have one more thing after, just a little thing that Nat's gonna introduce. But in the meantime, I'll just sort of sign out a little bit by saying, if you want to hear more, check out more stuff of mine. It's Deep and Beeper. You could go to my website, deepandbeeper.co.uk. If you want, that's Deep and then an N and then Beeper, and yeah, check out the tunes if you like. And yeah, here it is. It's the Synth Errors Split Personality cut. Here we go. So, did I say that was gonna be the end? Because it's not now. There's gonna be one more track, then that's gonna play. But quickly, just before that, let me just have a little time to say that the next Monday coming out, I don't know when you'll be listening to it, whatever day of the week or time, but yeah, it's all about 140. That'll be dubstep and 140 beats PM, and I have Oni of Monsters, one of the co-founders of Monsters Music, dubstep label, brilliant one, half of the DJ duo Nightmare and Oni, couple of Batmen. Yeah, he's with me, just we're going through some 140. So that's next week. Join us for that, and just leaves me Nat to explain the last track, and then that'll be it. We'll be gone. You won't hear us after it. So what are you saying, Nat? What's this then?
All right, okay, so my tune now. Okay, this is a track I'm doing with a singer called Lottie O'Neill, based in Solihull near Birmingham. She's a singer who used to record as Charlie, or This Is Charlie, or Charlie O'Neill, back in 2013 or 14. I did a number of tracks with her. We've reconnected, and this is our first track that we'll be dropping later this year, hopefully, accompanied with a video and a few other mixes being done. We should have we've got some garage mixes being done and some house mixes. So yeah, more on this later on.
Cool, man. That's easy to say bye, Nat. Thanks for coming along. I think that was really important and good episode.
Very, very good to have a discussion on mental health. Always good to keep the narrative running in society. It's healthy.
Cool, man. All right, everyone, goodbye. That leaves me to say goodbye. Peace out. See you on the flip.
When your bed feels
let me introduce you.
What was that?
Oh, we go. Nick. We had to pull up the show because we were going to stop.
Rewind.
And Nick, we realised we didn't play Nick's new tune.
What?
Or,
Not my new tune.
What
No,
is
it's
it
just the tune I wanted to play that I
Right.
then didn't. It's not mine.
then? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right,
I was just going to
so
say, let the tune
over to
speak
Nick.
for itself.
Over to Nick.
And this is a brilliant one to end on because
Yeah.
the ending of it is absolutely hilarious and a sort of in joke for producers, I reckon.
Cool. Well, let's hear this one then.
Here's the track. It's Psychoville by Dabbler.
Attention deficit disorder, slaughter, blame it on the hotel porter. No one needs to know but the daughter. Caught between the headlights, you know what to say, yeah? Slaughter. All the right makings of a psychopath, hiding in the hybrid flat. Stash the makeup in the Nike bag. Spare pair of rubber gloves, man, I'm 2 rags. One big round trip, take 2 cabs. Wash hands at every opportunity. Up to the elbows, really get underneath the fingernails. Try and blend in with the infidels and stop doing everything you did usually. Then in the blink of a heartbeat, remember what you got stashed in the car seat. We don't want a situation getting nasty. I ain't gonna say nothing if they ask me, but can you really trust me? Can I trust you? You don't even have to ask or beat around the bush. Start pulling up my past, man, you must do. Cause if you ain't got my back, I'll have to crush you. No sidekicks here, no wingmen. No feelings either, tin men. And we're up real early like the bin men. And we're gonna do a thing, are you in then?
In these walls I'm silent like a prey, but I fall like a victim. On the edge I'm fighting like I'm brave, but it's all for the sickness.
It's funny how the brain play tricks on ya. One day it's all fine, then it's switch on ya. Picturesque in the mind like literature. Techniques to define asphyxia. Which bit you want? The long story and the short is I sort of make it up as I go along. Welcome to the mind of a psycho. Up late mixing alcohol with the night-ho. Right-ho, nutter from the loony bin. Bought the house next door to you, now it's moving in. Rocking in the living room, twitching. Thinking is underneath the sink in the kitchen. Do you ever get the feeling that there's 2 of you sitting on your own in the room with the few of you? No one that you need to be concerned about. Hoping all my split personalities can work it out. Trapped in the body of a grown man, so damn horny I can fornicate with both hands. OCD got me house proud, cleaning out the cupboards with a drink, thinking out loud. Now, allow it, he's a nut job. Big fat fucking lunatic, he'll have your nuts off. Meet me at the tuck shop, bring the chlorine to get the crust off. Just round the corner from the bus stop.
In these walls I'm silent like a prey, but I fall like a victim. On the edge I'm fighting like I'm brave, but it's all for the sickness.
I promised to myself last time that I shouldn't. That's the case, boy, I better make it a good one. I'm that little thing in the night that goes doo-dum, hanging round all the places that you wouldn't. Shoulda, woulda, woulda, becoming a big nuisance. He's a green ninja like the Teenage Mutants. Cleaning up the streets like De Niro. Weirdo, dressed as a comic book hero. Hiding in the bush like a meerkat. Badgering my dogs like, shh, did you hear that? Block 2 drops on the paper and watch the whole world fast forward to a lot later. Meanwhile, leaning in the backdrop, crackpot trying to clean the porn off his laptop. What you really wanna do is settle down, mate. Wow, mate, should have had a job by now, mate. It's just me in a tree that I'm hugging, thugging, sitting in a hole that I dug in, bugging. I've been in this loop like forever, just tugging on a string full of baggage that I'm lugging. Ain't it funny how the truth comes out when the house gets taken and the loot runs out? No doubt that you'll thank me when you're at the sanctuary. Get the chloroform and the hanky.
In these walls I'm silent like a prey, but I fall like a victim. On the edge I'm fighting like I'm brave, but it's all for the sickness.
Mate, you've got to start thinking positively, you know, you've got to have you read The Secret, yeah? You know what I mean? You've got to attract that success into your life, believe it, do you know what I mean? Positive vibes, you know, when I go out, I'm just like, yeah, positive, just putting positive vibes into people's minds, and they feed off it, they feed off me, everyone, you know what I mean? I'm giving, they're giving back to me, it's just giving, receiving, you know, that's what it's all about at the end of the day, mate, you know, just give and receive. You should try a bit of yoga, mate. You know, I used to be just the same. I used to be all like stressed out. Now I get up and I meditate for half an hour, you know, and that's why my tunes are better than yours.